Hello and welcome to the second lesson of the Ultimate Leads Funnel course. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about nurturing your leads so that they become way more interested in your offer and so that they feel a deep connection with you. And so once you get their attention, I'm going to show you how to keep their attention as well. So this is the second phase, nurturing. So most people think you need to do this by email marketing only. Email marketing is one of the main parts of nurturing with nurturing flows, but it's not the only thing. First of all, you need to start with the lead magnet or with the front-end offer that we were talking about in the second lesson first. The lead magnet or the front-end offer, low-ticket offer, needs to be, as I said, structured in a way that educates people about when they solve the problem that the lead magnet or the front-end offer talks about, what are the next problems that are going to come. You know, what are the next problems that are going to inevitably arise? And then how you also help solve these problems as well inside your paid offer. And you just softly and subtly mention case studies and clients that you work with, etc. So the lead magnet or front-end offer material is the nurturing part itself. Now, it needs to be structured in that way. Other than that, the nurturing part, it all starts with the thank you page as well. Right? So if you look at this funnel, this is where the thank you page is located. So you either got visibility for partnerships from YouTube, from social media, or from advertising. Then when they downloaded your lead magnet or opted in for your newsletter or for your conversion mechanism, etc., then they land on your thank you page, because after the landing page is submitted, this is the first thing that they see. Or if you took them to your front-end offer, then you took them to the sales, to the checkout page and the upsell page. After this flow, they also see the thank you page, right? Or in this case, you can also view this page right here, upsell page, as kind of a thank you page as well, because here we're trying to make something happen. So more about thank you pages. They're like super underrated, and it's where the attention is very high because it's the first thing that people see after they have taken action, because their dopamine level is high because they downloaded or bought something. So they're kind of expecting the next page to be opened. So a good thank you page will perform best for those leads who were already solution aware of the time, at the time where they opted in. So you can use thank you pages to get more booked calls, more form submissions, more product purchases, VSL views, workshop registrations, webinar registrations, waitlist, signups, survey submissions, quiz applications, social media followers, YouTube subscribers, podcast listeners, and so much more. As I said, this is where it's located, depending on, is it a lead magnet, is it a newsletter, or is it the front-end offer? And yeah, order bumps, the checkout pages that I showed you earlier, and upsell 1 and upsell 2 pages which appear after the front-end offer purchase. They have a similar logic as your thank you page, because when somebody is buying, you need to get out of their way and let them buy whatever they want as well. That's where you also want to convert those people who are already warm and ready to spend and solution aware. It will be the minority of people, but some of them will take action on the thank you page itself. Now, enough about theory. Let me show you how what this is in practice. So these are the examples when somebody, you remember this newsletter right here, right? So this was this newsletter here. So I'm gonna show you thank you pages that pop out, that show after somebody converts and opt-ins to these pages here, these landing pages. So if we get back here, this is how most people do their landing page, because they underestimate the importance of the thank you page. Or maybe they're just not aware of how powerful it is, and that's wrong. So this is it. Look at it. It's the same landing page. The only difference is that other than the sign up form, they showed this box. Thank you for subscribing. Please check your inbox. If you don't see it, please check your spam folder. This is like okay at best, because at least they will see their email and they know what to expect. And if they don't see it, they can check the spam folder. But this guy, he missed a lot of opportunity to make them take some action, right? This is also wrong. Thank you for joining our free day 5 course. You will receive an email with day 1 in your inbox now. No other action whatsoever. There's nothing on the page. You simply can't do anything on the thank you page. Now, this is slightly better. This is the professor, the How to Make Great Ads newsletter. And, at least he did something like credibility. I've spent 10 years in marketing, blah, blah, blah. So here's kind of, check your inbox. Thank you for signing up. A bit of, managing expectations, telling them what can they expect later on, etc. But still not good enough because they can't take any action. Now, here's where the real magic happens. This is how you structure your thank you page. So this is the Founder OS, is, if you remember, the only newsletter you need to grow your personal brand. And you're in. Thanks for registering for our newsletter. Check your inbox, your invitation is on the way. This is where most people stop. But this is where real magic happens. Now, imagine having a sustainable growth system that helps you scale without sacrificing your life. We're accepting applications for ambitions. Apply now to see if you're the right fit. What best describes you? When your attention span is high, when you just opted in, where you showed interest, it's so much easier to capture their attention at that moment because it's fresh. It just happened, right? The attention span is high, and then they can start answering questions. I want to free up my time. I want to build a team. I want to grow an audience. I need to improve my offer. And the question is kind of pretty simple. It really doesn't take much effort to just start answering these questions. And then, of course, once you fill out the whole application form, then they will take you to a VSL, video sales letter, and an opportunity to book a goal. This way, they're capturing leads right from the bat, like fresh leads right from the start. Here's another example. This is a tool. So here's what's next. When you opt in, open your welcome email, access the templates, get your newsletter every Sunday, blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to check your spam folder. And then they immediately offer you to install their free Chrome extension for free for LinkedIn content creation purposes. Like, you can install it for free immediately. This is Hormozi. When you opt in for his newsletter, the Mozy Minute, it's confirmed. Mozy Minute is being sent to your inbox before you check your email. So before you go to your Gmail or Yahoo or Outlook or anywhere else. Step number 2, you can book a call below to see if you're a fit for an in-person scaling workshop. So immediately they're capturing some conversion. Something is already happening on the thank you page. This is how you do your stuff. So for example, because he has a workshop, he will focus on this. Because this guy has a book a call option, he included a checkout application form. Because this guy has a free Chrome extension, he offered to install it for free. Yasmin Alic, when you sign up for his newsletter, you can join the waitlist so that you can sign up for his masterclass that will come at a certain point. So he immediately builds his waitlist at the very moment as well. This is Matt Lakayev. When you are subscribed, before you check your inbox, so before you check it, you want to make growth easier, work with me to hit your goals faster, blah, blah, blah. This is what you can achieve. Then you can start watching the video immediately. And if you're interested, then you can book a chat below. So those who start watching the video immediately after they opt in, if they watch until the end and if the offer is right for them, then they can book a chat and convert without even going to their email inbox at all. So as I said, it's a bit of a different example, but because he immediately gives you the chance to watch the video training, which is really good, by the way, it's a really solid video. The opt-in also activates his welcome sequence because before landing on this page, they needed to receive their email that delivers so not only can you watch the video immediately, it also triggers the welcome sequence that delivers the course material that he promised for the next 5 days. Now, if you don't remember, it was this course right here. So this is where you needed to opt in. So you start receiving the course via email. And as I said, before you even open your email, because not all people are going to open their email and start watching the lesson immediately, when they're on the thank you page, here it is, opportunity to watch it and convert right now. Now, here's another great example from Matt Lakayev where he connects 2 lead magnets into one, because after you download his book, if you remember his book, you get a chance to get a personalized course as well according to your current stage in business. So once you sign up to get his book for free, this is the thank you page. Free bonus, get a LinkedIn mini course matched to your stage of business. So once you enter this information, right, you will get a course that's matched to your current stage, which feels kind of personalized. That's what it's all about. So you can select the highest level you reached in the business so far, where you currently are in terms of revenue, audience, what are you doing on LinkedIn, how's your business doing, how big is your team, etc. This is the VSL. that once you fill out, if you remember, as I told you, like vshred.com, once you fill out this quiz to get a personalized plan, I'm not sure why is it not opening right now. Maybe they changed. Sorry, I put the wrong link here. So this is it. Once you go through all of this stuff right here, I don't know, we just put like random numbers, blah, blah, blah. You choose this. And then you receive an email. You receive a VSL right away. They don't even ask you for an email. I prefer to ask for an email because this way you will get a bit less VSL views because not everybody's going to leave an email. But from those who leave the email, you have the chance to nurture them forever. So I like to take the email rather. But yeah, immediately he shows you the video that's personalized for you according to your quiz answers. And then it starts playing, right? This is a guy who was offering you free templates, and when you download them, you immediately go here. You get access to his other paid digital products. So once you opt in for his free templates, you immediately have the chance to browse and explore his paid products, or there's a pop-up on the right bottom corner here where you can book a call with his team if you want to improve your email marketing. So he immediately gives you a chance to convert, either to buy something or to book a call with his team for the service. Now, Thank You page can also be used not only as a conversion mechanism, but a way to segment your leads right from the start. Like, look at this example where Justin Welsh, let me just put the capital letter here, immediately starts asking questions, and inside his email marketing tool, you get tags based on your answers. Like, thanks for subscribing to the Saturday Solopreneur, which is his newsletter, and then immediately he starts, mind sparing 15 seconds to tell me what you're hoping to learn, how many followers do you have, etc. Just a couple of questions so that in his email marketing tool, he will segment you based on that criteria. And he not only does he know what audience does he attract, he can segment personalized and send personalized email campaigns based on their levels. Another segmentation tactic here as well. Thank you for subscribing. What's your current AI experience level? So they can segment the list. Blah, blah, blah. This is Jay Klaus. When you sign up for his newsletter, immediately you say, based on the answers, you're a great fit for the lab. It's our private membership community for professional creators, blah, 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 blah. Learn more and apply. Immediately on the Thank You page, you can apply. You have, let me just put this down. Check your inbox for the spreadsheet. This is from, what's her name? I forgot. I think it's Cody. Yeah, it's Cody Sanchez. This is, you got the thing that you downloaded. Then here's what's next. It should be in your inbox. You will also get my weekly newsletter. You will learn this. You will learn that as well. Then if you want to steal her 100,000 hours, then you have a live event which she's immediately inviting you to. Save your spot here, right? So you got the free thing, and immediately you can sign up for the event. This is how the Thank You page should be used. Now, if you don't have an event, you should not use this. But if you have one, why not? Then Ollie Richards, almost there. When you download his $10 million education business case study, he immediately starts asking you questions for segmentation purposes and for application purposes for his other programs as well. This is a straight upsell page on the Thank You page. This is this one that I showed you. When you download from Chris Arzakovsky his 92-word email template, immediately he takes you here to the Wait special one-time offer. You can get the whole sequence. So, it's way more than just one email that you originally opted in for, just for $7. And a certain percentage of people will convert here as well. Same logic here. When you sign up for Matt Barker's Copywriting Bible, he offers you as well 15-minute content, like you can get his templates, etc. You can buy this immediately. This guy, if you remember, it was, let me just show you. It was which sign up page, it was this landing page. Once you register for the course to learn how to create a hyper converting landing page in 3 hours for free, then he immediately takes you to a VSL page. Thank you. Your document will be sent in your email inbox in 5 minutes. Until then, while you're on the page, because you're fresh and you pay attention, discover the system that 30 plus 8-figure e-commerce brands use to boost conversions and AOV by 50% in 30 days. Here's a 28-minute video and see if you qualify for the service. So immediately you start to watch this, like a certain percentage of people, right? Not everybody, and some of them will convert. Same logic here. Here's a VSL. You just unlocked a special 50 credit for the system that turns your email list into a moneymaker. And then you have almost 5-minute video, and then you can apply the 50% off credit and then buy the digital product, right? This right here, when you download the SEO checklist, then you can watch this video here as well and book a call with them immediately. Same logic here with Cody Sanchez, book a call with the VSL immediately on the thank you page. Ali Abdal, also when you get the 7-day free course, before you go, if you want to manage your time, blah, 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 VSL not even 2 minutes, enroll now for $297. He will convert a certain percentage of these. You can just open all of these links here and you can see for yourself. This is what the page looks like, testimonials. This is, I think, another program for $197, guarantee, more testimonials, FAQ, blah, blah, blah. And this is the last thank you page that I want to show you. By the way, all of these thank you pages here, from this to this one, you have all of them editable inside the Funnel Conversion Toolkit. So you can just go down there and click on Funnel Conversion Toolkit. And if you haven't already, you can purchase it, which will make your thank you pages, you can create them like so much faster with the toolkit. Now, this is Anik. And if you remember his 22 webinar lead magnet, like a lead magnet with 22 webinar video trainings where he had podcast guests, this is the page that opens after you sign up for this. So if I open this, he immediately asks you, thank you for saving your free seat. Your free 48-hour lead magnet is going to go, you will receive it via email. Now, do you also want my entire webinar template, script and our secrets, 15-minute VIP interviews, blah, 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 blah. And then you will get additional stuff on this page only, one-time offer. This is everything else that you will get, like extra stuff for only $97 today. And I think you will also get lifetime access, not only 48 hours to the 22 webinars, you will get all of these stuff as well, additional episodes and lifetime access. I think this is the offer, like so much value for just $97 plus 5 incredible bonuses that you will get immediately here. You can open this page and study. This is like a super high quality thank you page. This is nuts. This is way more than just a one pager. And he's capturing some conversions here because he's paying money to get people opt in for free, and then he gets some of the money back because some of people buy this thing as well. Now, these are all thank you pages that open when somebody downloads a lead magnet, a free lead magnet. And as I already said, that's not the same, but it's a pretty similar situation when somebody buys the front-end offer. People need to see order bumps on the checkout page if it's on cold traffic, and offers on upsell pages, which are similar to thank you pages after the purchase. So for cold traffic, they look something like this. When you go here, by the way, this is the Still Like Crazy book from Sabri Subi. He's a brilliant marketer from Australia. This is his insanely looking sales page. Like, look at how long this page is just to sell like a $3 book. But hey, he has one of the best low ticket offers in the market and he crushes. He spends millions on advertising because people get this. So before you go, here you see also a pop-up as well. You don't need to add this for now. When you purchase the book, then you have this, wait, your order is not yet complete. Please watch this important message below now. And then you can add all of his other resources as well for just $197. And then if you click here, no thanks, then you will not get it because you said no thanks. So he immediately tries, once you buy the book for $3, he immediately tries to upsell you something for $197. And the pop-up window that opens when you decline this one-time offer, so when you click here on this button, this is what it shows. Wait, due to the fact that your order is shipping out now, you must confirm that you're permanently passing on chance to get the sales funnel bundle. So, I don't know, this kind of depends on your personal preferences. Because he included this pop-up, and because of his brilliant marketing knowledge, he is getting more conversions. But some people find this pushy because not only did you buy his book and then now get a chance to buy something else, and then this is like another notification. Wait, are you sure? Blah blah blah. So some people might not like this. If you don't like this, then you don't need to include it. However, if you include this, you will get some extra conversions. So it depends on your personal choice. So here's another pop-up example offering a different payment plan. You can just wait, get access to the full. This is another offer. If you go to the upsell page, or as I said, thank you page, after the purchase, if you decline, they offer you a different payment plan, right? Now, here's one more upsell structure. These guys sell a book on how to get clients. Then the upsell one, so that's what they sell. By the way, let me show you what it looks like. So this was the original page from Alan Sultanich and Robert Nichilius, and they sell you this book. They sell you the book, and they sell you this is the book and all of the bonuses that you see right here. Now, once you buy this, then the upsell, and by the way, the book teaches you how to get clients, blah blah. And then once you buy the book, the upsell one page opens, where they show you how to build everything faster with in-house assets like templates, scripts, and other resources. So this is the page that opens after you purchase the book. Want to launch your offer in the next 2 to 4 weeks using our pre-made templates, scripts, graphics, and emails? Then, by now get instant access. This is the video. This is what happens later on. It's similar to me as well. And then upsell 2, another page that opens after the first upsell page, it's the scale their offer with paid ads once it's built. This is solving the next step. So one more thing before you access video. Yes, you can also add this. So the logic is, we're going to show you how to attract clients with a book. Then the logical next problem is, if you read the book, it will take you some time to implement everything. So now they offer you all the templates and tools to build it faster. And since they know once you build everything, you will need paid ads to scale the thing, then they offer you that as well. So it's not just offering a bunch of random stuff, it's sequentially creating your orders, because inevitably at a certain point they will need to buy it. Might as well offer it right now when their attention span is super fresh, and some people will take this. Like, let's say 10% of people. It's like out of 100% people who buy the first thing, let's say roughly 10% of people can buy the next thing as well. So I made a similar thing. I have my template pack for upsell 1 and my list monetization toolkit for upsell 2, which is the next step. Why? Because my template pack is I offer you to learn everything about the Ultimate Leads funnel, and then I know once you learn everything, you'll want to build it faster. This is why I offered you all of my templates and resources. And once you build it with or without those templates and resources, you're going to attract so many leads to your email list. You need to run profitable email marketing systems, because this is the system that happens afterwards. This is why it's the next step, because the funnel we build, as I said, email is the main conversion tool, and I'm kind of in advance solving the problem that's inevitably gonna arise if you build the funnel. So so once somebody buys, this is the upsell 1 page, which you already saw. Play the video, the VSL, this is everything you can get as well, blah, blah, blah. This is the upsell 2 page, which you also already saw. And this is the thank you page, which you also already saw because you're in this course, meaning you bought this. Thank you for everything, blah, blah, blah. Here's where I manage expectations, right? Now, what's super interesting about these pages is that on the sales page, leads have the control, people who land on the list, because they control whether they will buy or not. But on the upsell pages, once they bought, on the first page, once they bought, and when they land on upsell page, then they're anticipating what will be next shown to them, which means you're in control. And then they have a higher attention span because they bought and they think it's really important what's going to happen afterwards. And that's where you can insert the information you need to pull them closer to you, tell them what's going to happen next, and try to upsell them because they're listening to what you have to say. So you definitely need to use this as an opportunity for the next step, because they're listening. They're kind of waiting for you to tell them instructions what's going to happen. Now, after the thank you page or the upsell pages, if it's for the front-end offers on paid traffic, they need to get access to the members area. So if it's a course, it would ideally be inside the members area, or if it's something else like, I don't know, some like toolkits, materials, resources, it's preferable that they have a place like where they can log in, like a dashboard, members area, learning portal, whatever you want to call it, because once they're in, they're kind of inside your ecosystem, and from there they can browse your other products, services, etc. So this is where the members area comes. So whether they, let's say, go through Instagram, download the lead magnet, and then from the thank you page, they get access to the members area either via thank you page or via email that delivers the lead magnet. They can enter the members area. I will show you how it looks like in a second. Or if they went through this funnel, front-end offer, checkout page, upsell pages, thank you pages, then they enter the members area once they get the delivery of the product that they bought via email or on the thank you page itself, or in both places. So this is the second thing, or actually the third thing, because first, as I said, lead magnet and the front-end offer themselves need to be nurturing. Then the thank you page is the third nurturing part. And so this is the second nurturing part, and this is the third nurturing thing we need to do in the nurturing phase. So when, for example, they download a free course or buy a paid course, it is, as I said, preferable that they enter the members area. Like right from the start, it must be visible to them in the navigation bar, same as you have up here in the community bar, or under this video, you have the opportunity to explore my other products. You have the opportunity to join the community and ask questions, and you have the opportunity to book a call with me if you click on the implementation program. Like right from the start, it's visible from them in the navigation bar and under the video. What other programs or other products and upsell services do you have to offer, so that they naturally want to take a peek, right? They naturally explore. That way there is no sales resistance because it's more natural. They are discovering and searching for themselves. So this is what it looks like. For example, if you go here, these are the lessons that you can see. And in the navigation, like you're consuming lessons in the course. And the navigation bar, you see here, other products. You can work with us. You can start here. Like you simply, if you're inside and you paid for it, of course you will want to explore what's next. And if you're naturally searching for it, then the sales process is happening. You're becoming interested in the offer. And not only that, but in the members area, people don't have the option to scroll through other videos. Like if you just deliver, let's say, the course lessons via YouTube, then if they land on YouTube, they will scroll out to other videos and they will not be as engaged. They will not have the concentration. And also it looks like just much more professional than watching on Google Drive links or on YouTube, hidden videos, etc. It's just simply much more professional to log in somewhere. You feel like this is the real thing, right? Now, apart from the high ticket offer in the navigation bar, like the option to work with us as they have here, or for example, these guys here, you have their courses, and then you have the coaching in the navigation bar above. So these are all the ways that you can work with them. So apart from that, you can also include your community as well. For example, if you just look above this video, you have a community where you can join and ask questions, etc., and be more engaged. And you can have webinars as well, so they can, if you have a webinar, you can put it inside the navigation bar so that they can go a step deeper inside your funnel. So basically, if someone buys your front-end offer course and enters your community, you achieved the best foundation for converting that lead into your high-ticket program, because they're learning from your best stuff and they have a chance to talk to you. As I said, it is desirable that they log into the members area regardless of is it a lead magnet or a front-end offer. If it's a free lead magnet, you can include them. You can include your front-end offer in the navigation bar as well. But if they already bought the front-end offer, you don't need to include it because this is how they entered the members area. Now, for example, this members area that you're logged into right now, it's from ClickFunnels. So ClickFunnels is the software that I use for everything, like landing pages, members area. This is where I hosted my course. It's where the community is hosted as well. It's where I do my email marketing, where I build my sales pages, where I sell my products and everything. So this is why I use ClickFunnels, so I added everything inside. But these are some other examples. This is from Alan Sultanich, really great one. This is from Peaceful Profits. So right here, when you buy their book, You have all of these lessons here, you have all of the bonuses here, and this is where you can click to book a call with them. So you cannot escape this. You're inside their ecosystem, right? Additional trainings and resources, right? So this is where you are. Here, I bought this course. Then from here, I had the opportunity to see more about these 3 courses, to join their community, to ask them in support, to become their affiliate, to join their coaching program, all of the stuff. This is why the members area or the learning portal is nurturing, right? This is from Anik. These are the 22 webinar video trainings. So you have all of the videos here. You can upgrade from the members area to the VIP for 97, the offer that I showed you. You watch the videos, it's professional. This is from Hermosi. He doesn't make you log into a members area. You just kind of stay on his website. But then again, you're on his website. You're on his own channel. You have the lessons here, the videos here, and it's always on the right side that you have the opportunity to convert and to join them, to go to their private workshop to register for this. There's always an option to convert. It's not only, sending emails and trying to convert them. It's on the thank you page. It's in the lead magnet itself. It's in the members area or the learning portal. This is the omnichannel way to, nurture them, to convert them. This is the tool from what's his name? Neil Patel, where you log in. This is his lead magnet, where you make an SEO audit of your website, and you're inside the tool. You're inside his ecosystem. So this is different because he has a tool. It's not a members area, but it's a similar logic and it's the similar effect. And here you can start the 7-day free trial, then you can pay, etc. As I said, this is a tool, but it serves a similar purpose. Now, if you don't want to have a members area, what you can do is, for example, if you have multiple info products or front-end offers, you can internally link them within themselves so people browse your stuff and enter your world or your ecosystem. This is how the email marketing guy named Chris, the Arzakovsky guy, did it at the end of his info product, which was about email marketing templates. So he didn't make you a land inside the members area, which I do recommend. However, inside his document that you downloaded, at the end of the document, he also offered all of his other low ticket offers, front-end offers. You can get everything inside. And if you're really happy with the lead magnet that you got or the front-end offer that you got, inevitably you will explore all of these. And the more you explore, the more you become familiar. And the more you become familiar with it, the chances are higher that you will buy something, right? So this is like when I said that lead magnet itself or the front-end offer itself, this is one of the ways that it has to educate them about your other stuff as well. Now, we were speaking about lead magnets and front-end offers. We were speaking about front-end offers, about thank you pages. We were speaking about members area. Now it comes to email marketing. This is a big part of the nurturing part, and the big, huge, this is non-negotiable if you want to nurture people so that they buy your products and services once they become leads. So I will show you how to do your welcome flow, how to do your email campaigns when they finish your welcome flow with examples, and how to do your newsletters as well. This is what we're going to cover right now from the email marketing side. We're going to talk more about email marketing as well in the next lesson too. Now, when they download your lead magnet, for example, they enter your welcome flow. Or if they buy your front-end offer, then they enter your post-purchase flow. This one is called post-purchase because they bought. This one is called welcome flow or nurturing flow because they got something for free. So this is actually the fourth thing we do in the nurturing phase. Now, how will you structure your welcome flow or your welcome sequence? This heavily depends on the lead magnet itself, because the lead magnets themselves, they dictate the pace of the sequence. Like if it's a 5-day course that you have, then of course the welcome sequence will be, let's say, 5 emails day by day delivering each course lesson. But here's a universal example. I will just give you a universal example of 9 emails that you can use to maximize sales as leads go through the customer journey. With the caveat that, as I said, if the lead magnet is, for example, a free 5-day course, then the welcome flow will be structured in a way that just delivers 5 core lessons in a row. Now, this is like a universal example. What you want to do when somebody lands on your list and downloads something, you need to send them a welcome email immediately. You deliver the lead magnet and introduce your brand and ask them for a reply. You can wait for 1 day and follow-up email. You can follow up on the lead magnet, expand a bit on the lead magnet itself, entice them to use the lead magnet, and also ask them for a reply if they haven't already replied here. Wait for 1 day, then you send your personal story email. You share your brand story and you connect it to ICP's pain points. So it shouldn't be just a story for telling a story for the sake itself. The story needs to relate to their problems. You need to show that you understand their problems through your personal story. That's how the game is played. Now, you wait for 1 day, then you send a thought leadership email. It's where you share your best how-to advice to establish authority. Like, you simply share your absolute best, most valuable content. You wait for 1 day, you send a myth-breaking email where you debunk the most common myths about your industry. You wait for 1 day, you send a hard sell email where you include case studies, benefits, price, guarantees. This is where you just sell the shit out of your program. But this doesn't mean you don't sell these emails as well. This one, this one, this one, this one. You simply include your offer in the PS section. It's a soft sell. Then you can send a contrarian email. These work pretty well. You can even use this one earlier on, like in the 4th or 5th place, where you explain why your counterintuitive method gets results. For example, if you can explain why can you do less of something and still get great results, that would be amazing. Then you can ask them a simple reply email after 1 day as well, where you ask for a reply to boost conversations and get some feedback. You can just simply ask them a question inside an email. And then in the last one, you can remove objections just by answering their frequently asked questions. This is how we remove objections to remove barriers to buying. But this email as well, this email too, all of these emails, all of them kind of soft sell your program, your coaching, your consulting, your service, your whatever, your high-ticket course. Only these two and maybe one more email in the first 9 emails can be hard sell emails. So this is like a universal example, and this is a 9 to 10 day email flow. If you just put 1 day wait element in between all of these emails, you will get like 9 days in total. Now, don't worry on how to set this up technically. You have, I think it's under the next video. Yeah, under the 3rd lesson. Below the video, you have a technical setup tutorial to set all of this up either in ClickFunnels or in ActiveCampaign. However, it's pretty universal. If you don't use ClickFunnels or ActiveCampaign, you can actually use it to set it up in basically any email marketing tool. Now, the first 2 emails, this is so crucial, in the welcome flow, will have the highest open rate and highest level of attention, so you need to do your best there. It's because they're fresh, similar to thank you page. The first 2 days, the first 48 hours of them opting in, it's when they have the highest attention span. And regardless of how great your emails and subject lines are, the first 2 emails will always have the highest open rates. And inevitably after that, they're kind of going to drop off a little bit. Now, your welcome email, as I said, it should deliver the lead magnet. It should ask a question to get replies, and it should include the reason why you're asking the question so you get more replies. And additionally, if you want, you can give them some bonus long-form content material so that they can, let's say, start watching your long-form YouTube videos, etc. And optionally, you can introduce yourself a bit and tell them they have come to the right place and wish them welcome. Maybe even announce what they can expect in the future. These are all optional. Most important thing is give them the lead magnet, ask a question, reason why you're asking the question. All of this stuff is great. Don't include everything. Maybe 1 or 2 things out of this. The more stuff you include, the more you confuse them. Then the second email, as I said, it should expand on the lead magnet content to encourage them to consume it, because most people don't consume the thing as soon as they download the thing. And it should encourage them to respond to the email even if they haven't replied to your welcome email. Now, first impression is everything. And if the lead magnet is exceptional, and if it leaves a strong first impression, the emails will perform better but emails can make it up for a bad lead magnet or for a bad front-end offer. This is something that you need to know. Now, how can you sell in every email without being salesy or ruining the relationship with your subscribers? A common mistake, as I said, in the welcome flow is that people wait for 4 to 5 days before they try to sell, right? They usually start selling here or here. No, that's wrong. You don't need to do this. You shouldn't do this. You must not actually do this, because people think, yeah, well, on the day number 5 they're gonna be nurtured enough so we can start selling. No, some people will be nurtured right from the start because they're solution aware from the moment they landed on the list. In reality, we should sell from the first day, but doesn't mean only sell. It means lead with 80% value, then 15 to 20% you sell. Is the Pareto 80-20 rule. Meaning you have to constantly provide value and you have to constantly sell. Because if any of these are missing, you won't succeed in the long run. There's this saying, if you want to sell more, you need to sell more. You just need to ask for a sale. So simple, yet so many people don't do it. So literally every email can sell, so that they always expect value from you because you got them used to it. And in the emails, in the PS section, you can literally always put a call to action, or you can insert a soft call to action somewhere that fits into the copy. I'm going to show you how to do this later on in the examples. This doesn't just apply to email marketing flows and sequences, but also to email campaigns. Here's an example from Pierre Herubel. This guy has a free 5-day course and he always sells in the PS section. Let me find the course. Okay, so this is it. Day number 2, for example. Value, blah, 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 blah. In the PS section, you can join the paid course. Day number 3 of the course. Positioning, value, photos, value, how to do this, blah, 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 how to do. PS section. After all of this value, tomorrow I'm going to send you this, more value. PS, just 15-20% of the email. You can, apply for the main course, etc. So this is how it's done, right? Let's say day number 5. This is the last email in the course. Again, value. Feel free to pause this video so that you can see how he writes this email. Then just in the end of the course, he's selling the main course. This is how it's done, right? This is how you're always providing value and always sending at all times. Always selling without being salesy, sorry. Now, how often should you be sending emails to maximize sales without annoying anyone or burning your list? This is not how often should you sell. This is just in general, how often should you even send emails? Well, to answer the question, it's important to know that 80% of all conversions that actually happen in the first 7 days. So on email marketing. So the first 7 days or so, you need to send an email every single day. After that, you can send 2 to 3 emails a week throughout the rest of the welcome flow, if it lasts longer than 7 days, and of course through email campaigns. 2 per week is the minimum, 3 is the maximum, except when it comes to the launch. When you're launching a new product, then, if you have a week of strong promotion, you can send every single day for 5 days straight if you're announcing something huge. We found out that this is the sweet spot because anything below 2 is too little and anything above 3 emails a week is too much after they finish the welcome flow where they need to receive an email every single day. I mean, you can do more than 3, but only if you have exceptional content. If you don't do it. Now, if we're selling our core offer inside this flow, welcome flow, and people are not buying, then we can start promoting our front-end offer from the 6th and 7th email, which is basically a downsell. What does this mean? Let's say they downloaded a free lead magnet, and now we have a front-end offer, a back-end offer. You can start promoting your back-end offer here in the first 6 emails, and if they haven't bought, you kind of need to refresh the angle that you're selling, the thing that you're selling, and maybe from the 6th or 7th email, you can start selling your front-end offer. You mix it up. Or the opposite, you can start selling your front-end offer, start promoting it in the beginning. If they haven't bought in the first 5, 6, 7 days, then you can change and start selling your back-end offer, because you never know what will something be more appealing to your customers and to your leads. So you got to test this stuff. So let's say hypothetically, if it was a free lead magnet and somebody landed on your welcome flow and then they bought the front end offer, then you exclude this person from the welcome flow and include them inside a front end offer post purchase flow that helps the person get the results from the front end offer and tries to upsell him to the core offer. Now, what does this mean? Maybe it's a bit complex to you. This is what it means. If hypothetically, it all depends on the customer journey. Somebody found your LinkedIn, downloaded your free course, bought it inside the welcome flow. This means they need to exit this flow and they need to enter this flow because they bought this thing. They enter this flow, and from this flow, you promote your backend offer purchase. So it all depends on what you're selling, right? Or of course, if you want to, let's say, skip this element, if they are inside the flow and they directly buy the backend offer without first buying the front end offer, then they don't need to enter this flow anyways, because at any time, because there's no purpose. This is just the bridge between the free thing and the most expensive thing. This is the bridge, right? Now, I've also seen some founders test the opposite methods. If the leads weren't, as I said, buying the front-end offer, in order to create some change, they start pitching the core offer instead. So this is definitely something worth testing, especially since not all people want the same format. Some want do-it-yourself, some want done for you, some want done with you, etc. Also, there's two more things you can do to increase your conversion rates in your welcome flow. Number one, you need to try different sales angles in the selling parts of your emails because people buy from different motives. Same as you test new angles with your ads. If you remember Pierre Cherubel, in every PS section, I feel like he was always selling from the same sales angle. So regardless of the fact that it's the same product that he's selling, in every PS section, I would try to kind of ask them a different question. Like in some question, hey, do you want to achieve this benefit? Then in the other PS section, hey, click here. In the other PS section, hey, if you want to avoid this problem, buy this course. Then in the third PS section, hey, if you want to get this benefit and avoid this pain point, click here to get the core offer. So you can just test and mix it up so you don't always sell in the PS section in the same way. You fresh things up. And the second thing to increase your conversion rates, so the sales email that's located later on in the welcome flow, like the 9th place, should be more about objection handling because these people are deeper inside the funnel. And the sales email that's, for example, located in the 4th place can sell more based on their desires and pain points. Here's an example. If I was selling here I'm selling more about desires, pain points, this is what you want, these are the conditions, blah, 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 blah. But if they get here, since they're already deeper inside the funnel, this is where you need to include your objection handling a bit more because you will not tell them everything again because they already received this in this email. Now, of course, not everybody is going to open this email, meaning not everybody is going to see it. And even those who do see it, not everybody is going to remember it. But then again, if you mention it a couple of times here, then from the email number 8, 9, 10, etc., you need to start selling them in a way that's more, as I said, objection handling because they're more familiar with what the thing is. And if they haven't bought, they most likely have some objections that need to be removed. So these two conversion points are really, really great stuff that you can test to increase your conversion rates and to not sell, always in the same way, which makes it a bit boring, to be honest. Now, a great thing that no one does is a quiz plus course sequence. So this is not only, hey, sign up for a free course, etc. For example, this is when you have 20 questions in the quiz, and then for the next 10 days, you can send 2 correct answers with arguments, why is it correct? And of course, then you promote your methodology and way of thinking and position yourself as the expert. What does this mean? It means that if you have a quiz that has, let's say it has 10 questions. If you want to create a welcome flow outside of this, you don't need to think about what will you send after they finish the quiz. You just take the 10 questions from the quiz, you take one email to answer each question, each of the 10 questions, and you simply map it out, right? The email number 1 solves the first question with an answer. Email number 2 provides an answer to the second question from the quiz. This way, they're already familiar with the quiz questions because they filled it out, and then the welcome flow is the logical next step. Of course, you will not only tell them what is the correct answer, you will provide them value into explaining why is it correct answer, and provide them some extra resources as well. So this is something that's really, really powerful and creates a really logical connection. So you can play with this. If you have 20 questions in the quiz, then you can map out a 10-day sequence, and each email replies to 2 questions, and 10 times 2 is 20, etc. If you have any questions about this, how to structure it, if it's not clear enough, just simply go to the community tab above and ask a question in the community, and I will answer, or somebody from my team. Yeah. Now, of course, it's preferable that you offer them some free or paid resources on the thank you page and in the welcome email to solve the problem the quiz is talking about, right? This is the classical stuff. If they fill out the quiz, they need to go to the thank you page, and you need to try to convert them somehow, the way I showed you. Now, that way we get something, and we get really interested leads on the list, and we sell to them, right? Now, regarding the format, plain text emails work great for us. But we usually design emails for e-com brands because it's e-com. You can't simply sell a red dress to a woman without showing her how, what the red dress looks like. But for coaches, consultants, creators, experts, mentors, educators, trainers, etc., we don't use designed emails because there's no need. It's easier and they simply work great. So this is what you can use. Unless you, have some collaborations with an e-com brand, or if in some case you're an e-com brand, then you can use design emails. As I said, you don't need to worry about this automation. You got our technical setup tutorial as one of the bonuses. So take a look below the next video, the video number 3. Take a look at the technical tutorial to set it up. Now, if you have 4 lead magnets, you don't need 4 welcome flows. You can just put a split condition that says, if this person is currently not in the course welcome flow, if course is one of your lead magnets, then you make them enter the course flow. But if this person is already in the course flow and they download something else like a template, then you don't include them anywhere. There's no need for them to be inside multiple welcome flows. You just put one main welcome flow, and if they download any other lead magnet, and if they're already inside the welcome flow, just don't include them. Include a segmentation that says just don't include them. And you can do this for all 4 lead magnets. You can do this if all 4 lead magnets solve a similar introductory problem like optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Because this means they will have the same welcome flow that will lead them to the backend offer. And that's it. Because, for example, let's say if you have a course for LinkedIn profile optimization, and then you have also a checklist for LinkedIn profile optimization, both of them, just in different formats, solve the same problem, meaning both should trigger the same welcome flow because it's logical, right? Regardless of if it's the checklist or the course. Now, here's also another good example and a simple order of email in your welcome sequence that you can test to maximize sales throughout the customer journey. This is if you don't want to use this 9 universal step 1, you can use this simple 5 step 1. Welcome email. In the email number 2, you can include your best performing content. Like, let's say you have a piece of organic content you posted and it crushed, you can include it in your second email. In email number 3, you can talk about biggest misconceptions in your industry. In email number 4, you can talk about your origin story. And in email 5, you can have a soft sales pitch. And if they don't buy, if they don't convert in the first 5 emails, then you include them to your regular newsletter list where you send newsletters and campaigns, etc., and stay in touch. Now, how should you think about your welcome flow? Well, the mental framework that we use for every email sequence or flow that we create, when you're building a sequence, you simply ask yourself, this is our mental framework, what needs to happen between the moment somebody grabs their lead magnet or buys a front-end offer? What needs to happen between that moment and between the moment when they finally say yes to your core offer? Once you map that out, like what they need to know, believe, understand, what are their questions, pain points, objections, myths, beliefs, What do they you need to believe in? How they need to trust you? What is the proof that needs to be shown to them? What is the value that they need to get to be nurtured? That's what you write about. So you map it out. What is everything that they need to know to buy? So as I said, all of this stuff here, and that's where you write about. So the welcome flow is nothing else but a bridge between your front end and your back end. And one of the most important jobs of that bridge is to getting people to actually consume the thing they signed up for or paid for, whether it's a free thing or a front end offer. And it's also crucial to start a conversation for them to start a conversation with you. Because if the lead magnet and front end offer is exceptional and they're replying to your emails, chances are that you have high chances that they will convert. Now, one of the most important things is that you stop thinking of emails as just emails, because this slide is called how to think about your welcome flow. Stop thinking about how many emails are you going to include. Think of them as lessons, stories, advice, episodes. Like a 10 email sequence is not just 10 emails. It's a Netflix season, 10 episodes with cliffhangers and momentum that keeps them coming back. This is the mental framework that we use. Once you have this framework, it's really simple, and the welcome sequence kind of writes itself then. Now, some people even have a 3-month welcome sequence of daily emails once somebody opts in. It can be too much. It doesn't have to be. Like, the main point is that you never stop building the relationship with email. Some people buy on the first day. Some buy on the 200th day based on their awareness stage and your authority and your sales cycle in general and your industry and your offer and your price, etc. But if you don't have a 90-day sequence, no worries, because you can just include them to your list later on, send 2-3 emails a week, and you'll do just fine. Just keep the sending frequency consistent, because marketing is not a one-time thing. It's a consistent effort that accumulates over time and leads to sales. Sending 3 emails and then stopping because you think it doesn't work is the dumbest move you can ever make. Meaning they can go through a 10-day email flow, exit the flow, and then start receiving 2 to 3 emails a week. Now, if you think 2 months have gone by and nobody has bought, or like somebody didn't buy, that doesn't mean anything. They can buy in month number 3, month number 5, 2 years, 5 years. The point is, as I said, never stop building relationship with your email marketing subscribers. Now, how can you stand out in a crowded inbox even if your subscriber has 1,000 unread emails? It's by making the subject lines almost irrelevant, because the second they see your name, they click. How? Because they know when you send an email, it's worth opening. This is just like a mindset coaching thing, whatever you want to call it, because if you're sending out your absolute best stuff in the email, and if you're simply sending way better emails than everybody else, then the same thing will happen as it happens on social media. Once you see your favorite creator post something, you read the post because it's from that person, right? The same thing applies to email. And since a lot of people just send discounts and promotions and updates only, it's really not that super hard to stand out. Also, one more thing, the welcome sequence needs to follow a natural flow. Now, if you just grab some dusty old email lists from people who opted in from your webinar 8 months ago and start emailing them all of a sudden and include them in your welcome flow, it's not gonna work. Meaning you should never promote your lead magnet until the sequences are fully ready. Otherwise, you come off like a random stranger dropping into their inbox. So the worst thing that can happen is someone signs up for your newsletter on Tuesday, and then it's not ready, and then they receive the email, I don't know, in a couple of weeks. Or somebody downloads your free, like lead magnet, but the welcome sequence wasn't already set up, and then they start receiving emails from you once you create it, and then it takes months, and then they, become cold, and like you simply lose them. So this brings us to the next lesson, which is one of the most important lessons inside this whole course, is something that you heard, I'm sure, hundreds of times. It's that you need to strike while the iron is hot. Now, what does this specifically mean? It means that the first 30 minutes after downloading the lead magnet, these first 30 minutes are crucial. And if we lose them in the first 30 minutes, there's little to none chance that we will reactivate them later again. And that's why many of these things that I'm about to show you as possible should happen in those first 30 minutes so that you can indoctrinate them to your thinking systems and your solutions. So what's everything that needs to happen in the first 30 minutes? They need to see your good post or an ad or a partnership stuff so that they see you somewhere. Then they need to land on the landing page. Then they need to get the conversion thank you page. They need to log into your members area. They need to enter your community if you have one. They need to start consuming your lead magnets or front-end offers and start taking actions. They need to receive 2 to 3 emails from you in the first 30 minutes. They need to reply to you and you need to reply back. And they need exposure to your core offer. And they need to, if you have multiple lead magnets, download them as well and maybe start watching your long-form YouTube videos or podcasts, etc. The more things out of this list that happen inside the first 30 minutes of them opting in and then seeing your content or ad, the higher the chances are that they will convert either in the beginning or later on because they're way more invested. This is one of the main things you can do because even people who have great email marketing sequences do this. They create a lead magnet, people download the lead magnet, and then only tomorrow their leads start receiving emails. If you do that, your leads will become cold in the meantime and you won't create a relationship, you will not indoctrinate them, and then the conversions will suffer. Like, people who create templates in Notion and then you download the templates in Notion, then tomorrow you receive an email with 3 tips on how to do something. This will not convert anybody. Or even worse, they only have a welcome email for a swipe file. For example, I can open this. This is like a welcome email that I received from Sarah Hart because she has a swipe file as a lead magnet. You sign up, this is the email that you receive, and I've never received anything else from her ever again. She lost me, right? She lost me. And in the swipe file, she doesn't even include video, so I don't even see her talking about anything. I'm not creating a relationship with her, nothing. If you remember from the first lesson, lead magnet needs to have videos. This is the best way if she wants to disengage with me and not convert me. This is what, if that's her goal, she's doing an exceptional job. But I showed you how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, this as well, 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 and this as well. The only thing I haven't shown you is how to do this, which I will show you in a way. But to do this the best possible way, you have my list monetization toolkit, which is if you click on the link below this video, you have the list monetization toolkit. If you haven't bought it already, you can purchase it, and it's a little known way to send like even 3 to 4 emails in the first 30 minutes without pissing anybody off and collecting conversions and without being salesy or annoying. It's a brilliant tactic. It's just one of the things you will get inside the list monetization toolkit. Now, how do we know this? That the first 2 days are the most crucial ones, that they become cold later on, etc. It's from experience, working with our private clients. Those who have the best results are always those who start nurturing their leads with all of these elements as soon as they download or buy something. So on the first day, you will have the highest open rate, over 80%, and that's when the level of attention is the highest, meaning we should do the best job there. After that, the open rates goes to usually 60%, then 50%, then 40%, and then often ends up to somewhere around 30%. You'll have 40% plus in the long term only if you're really good and if you have top quality subscribers on the list. As I said, there will never be more attention than in the first 30 minutes to 1 hour after signing up for the lead magnet or buying the front-end offer, etc. That's the moment where they're super warm and you need to catch them. You need to suck them deep inside the funnel. That's why you should do your best here and send a couple of emails, and I'll show you how you can do this. Now, Hormozi, he has a case study where a guy increased his conversion rates by 3 to 4 times at least, just because he called the leads within 5 minutes of opt-in. Well, the same logic is actually applicable here. From the moment somebody becomes a lead, the first 30 minutes are crucial for consumption, for action, for building the relationship, building trust, keeping their attention, etc. And you, once again, you do this with landing pages, strong thank you pages, welcome flows, members area, great thank you, great lead magnet itself, and other stuff that I mentioned. It's not only landing page and then I'll start sending them emails tomorrow. No, that's shit. Now, there's a tactic that you can include in your welcome flow, in your welcome sequence, so that your subscribers feel a deeper connection with you in the first 2 days of signing up. It's about a little known call to action hack that makes people intensively consume your welcome flow on their own terms without you pushing them. Here's how it works on a live funnel example from Dickie Bush, and I will open emails from April 30th. Let me just open this, and let me open this as well. So April 30th, where is it? April 30th. I'm not sure what, is it here? One second. I think it's yeah, I think it's here. So this is the first email. This is the lesson 0. And this is when you opt in for his course, Dickie Bush and Nicholas Cole. And this is the email over the next 5 days. Who are we? Blah, 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 blah. Here's what we're going to cover in the 5 emails. And are you ready to get started? You can click here to jump straight to it, or you can wait until the email hits your inbox tomorrow. See you then. And if you click on this link, it immediately triggers an email workflow inside their email marketing tool. I think they're using ConvertKit or something, which immediately sends you the lesson number 1. And in the lesson number 1, they send you the lesson with all the stuff and everything that's promised. And at the end of the lesson number 1, you can also click at the end of the link, same logic as here, to receive the lesson number 2 immediately without you having to wait for another day. This way, somebody can consume all 5 emails by kind of clicking on it and sending, like willingly saying, hey, I want to receive the email right now. And then they're way more mentally invested because they don't need to wait for 5 days to receive all 5 emails. They can receive 5 emails in a matter of 30 minutes. So this is just one tactic. As I said, how can you receive more emails? It's brilliant. It's super powerful. You have other examples, as I said, in the list monetization toolkit. By the way, this was the landing page where you can opt in. Send me the lesson number 1, blah 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 blah. And here, as you can see it, right, it's basically segmentation. What's your level? Let's say I've been consistently writing online for more than a year. This is a good thank you page. And then you personalize the course. And you're welcome aboard. They welcome you aboard. And immediately on this page, they ask you to join the Start Writing Online free community. So you immediately also enter their community, right? So not only do you opt in, you also get a thank you page for more personalized emails later on based on the segment you're in. You also enter their school community, and you also have this call to action hack, so you can not only enter the community and everything, you can just simply start receiving all of the emails at your own pace. So people who do this, it's a way different game. It's so much better than anything else out there. This is an example from Sean Anthony. One second, Sean Anthony. Yeah, I would need to find his emails. He has sent so many emails to me. Let me try to find this. I think they were called like OBC. Yeah. So here it is. This is the first email in his course. When you sign up, blah 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 blah. This is what you get, etc. You're one thing. So in the next lesson, we'll start building this. Click here to top in the time machine to lesson number 2. If you don't click here, you will receive it tomorrow. If you click here, you will receive lesson number 2 immediately. Meaning this is the. No, sorry, it's not the thing. Yeah, I'm not sure where are these emails now, but every single email has click here to receive lesson number 3, lesson number 4, lesson number 5. Every email has the opportunity to go to the time machine, and it works simply brilliant. This is how you keep the attention and how you differentiate yourself. So another reason why this works, this tactic, is because in marketing, everybody talks about how to get attention, but nobody talks about retaining and keeping attention for a longer period of time. That's why this, part 1 of 5, etc., works so well, because it creates an open loop so the people stay hooked. Here's another extreme example of this. This is from Chanel Basilio. 30 days, 30 ways to grow your newsletter. So basically, when you sign up here, you get, look at the testimonial section. So even though if it's free, you still need to provide tons of proof so that people opt in because they're paying with their email address. So that's the currency nowadays. What I wanted to say is this is not a 5-day course, it's a 30-day course, because she created 30 lessons about growing your newsletter, and once you sign up, it's day 1 out of 30, day 2 out of 30, day 15, day 29 out of 30. So you voluntarily opted in to get 30 emails in a row every single day from her. So think about it. For 30 days straight, you get 30 different list growth tactics from 30 different creators delivered in your inbox. If that doesn't hook people, then nothing will. And the big picture is that she has collaboration with 30 different creators. You know, that's the power of partnerships and cross promotions, meaning by the end of the 30th day, she will solve your list growth problem so deeply that people will throw money at her saying, all right, I know how to grow my list. Now I need help monetizing my email subscribers. Can you help me? This is the sequential way of solving problems, which I already taught you how you can do this. Now, of course, as I said, 30 days is immense. It's too much. It's so much work. You can start with 5 to 7 days. You can go to more than that later on. Also, yeah, remember how I said that people need to take action during your lead magnet or your welcome flow, etc. Where here's what Ali Abdal did with his assignments. If I go here, let me find his emails. I think it was, yeah, like for example, day number 2. Blah, 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 blah. He's teaching you this and this. Homework. At the end of every lesson in the first 5 to 7 days, because I think it's a 5-day course or a 7-day course, not remember, you have a homework assignment, right? So you can click here and then you basically do your homework, which is you kind of fill out a quiz, and you engage with people so much more because they have an assignment. They can take action. It's not only for passive consumption. This is one great example. The only problem is he doesn't have a call to action hack. You know, the hack where you could go to Time Machine, and he has too many links inside his emails, and it's a bit generic, but that's another thing. Now, it's better to be boring than to lose them. This might be a concern for some people because they're afraid that they will be boring. But would you rather be boring, or would you rather lose your subscribers forever and not convert them ever? So the truth is, a lot of sales can actually happen on day 2 or day 1 or day 2 after someone joins on your list, if you do things the right way. So here's a great example of someone who starts nurturing intensively as soon as possible. Look at this. Ollie Richards. This is the landing page that you have already seen from the $10 million education business case study. This is it. If I go here, put my name and email, and if I get the case study, you're almost there. It's on your inbox, blah, blah, blah. Then he sends me a message. You suck at hiring, my secret weapon, etc. Blah, 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 blah. You can immediately buy his special one-time offer, his workshop for entrepreneurs. I don't want to buy this. And then, wait, shouldn't I have received the... Yeah, it was usually this message here. And as you saw, he also used to have an application form where he finds out more about you. So he finds out more about you. He immediately offers you something that you can purchase with a great copy. And then these are his emails, right? Let's find his emails starting from, I think it was, June 6th. Was it? Wait, not sure what was his first. I'm not super sure what was the first email from him, but yeah, he was really he basically sent me 2 to 3 emails in the first day. Now I simply can't find the email right now because there's so many emails that I have, and they are kind of mixed together. But yeah, he was using a lot of conversion mechanisms and strong email marketing within the first 60 minutes because this guy knows you need to start nurturing them and build an intense relationship right from the start. Like, you got to bring people into your way of thinking. You need to guide their thoughts toward what you want them to believe. So, let's say your product solves 4 major problems for a specific audience, and those same 4 problems should be presented everywhere. If you remember this, that I told you, the more stuff from here that you include, the better. Well, this stuff right here should include the main problems that you solve. So your post or ad should talk about these problems. On the landing page, you should mention these problems. On the thank you page, you should mention these problems. In the lead magnet itself, in the welcome email. And if you talk about the core problems that you solve and the core 3, 4, 5 problems that your ideal clients have, then by the time that they come to the sales page, they're gonna be so familiar, and they're gonna agree with you so much because you're always mentioning the same problems, that they already believe it. You don't need to, explain to them all over again. So meaning they land on the sales page super warm. As I said, by the time they see your offer, they fully understand the problem and they're already halfway solved. So what we're doing here is simple. We're planting ideas, we're shaping perspectives, and we're doing basically what's called indoctrination in an ethical and pretty normal way. Now, if somebody has been following you for a while on social media, especially on YouTube with long-form content, where they see you and hear you like it's in person because it's a video, then your lead magnet can be more solution aware. For example, a case study or something more direct. Because in that case, the email sequence can be shorter and a bit more sales heavy because they already trust you from long-form videos or for following you for years on LinkedIn or whatever, and they're more aware of the problem. Like, let's say somebody's been following me on LinkedIn for 6 months. They know they need my help. They've been on the edge of reaching out, but they haven't yet. Then when they finally download something and land on my list, that becomes the tipping point because the emails they receive are the final push. Because they have always been so close to converting and they haven't. They saw my, let's say, case study, downloaded the case study, started receiving emails, replied, and inevitably, if they were warm enough from before, I'm going to close them easily. Especially if the first few emails are great and you're asking questions and getting replies. As I said, you're basically, in that case, starting a conversation they wouldn't initiate on their own. But now they have the nudge and the reminder sitting right in their inbox. Some people build so much credibility and authority through social content that when I land on their email list, they can send one-liner like, buy this, and it will convert because the trust is already there. That's the goal. When your social media presence is that strong, you make the whole middle and bottom of the funnel 10 times easier. Even below average email marketers can get great results for those kinds of clients. But if you're bringing in colder leads with a problem, if you're bringing in colder leads who don't know you, don't follow you so much on social media, and they're not solution aware, but they are problem aware, hence they download a problem aware lead magnet, you need a longer warm up. The first 3 to 4 days, you need to focus on educating them about the problem. Next 3 to 4 days, you need to start talking about solutions. Then you gradually build up to selling, handling objections, building urgency because they don't really know you yet. Your brand isn't kind of real in their head yet. And yeah, sometimes people buy after the first email, as I said, sometimes after 20 days, sometimes 6 months later, sometimes they never buy. It all depends on who they are when they come in and what kind of sales cycle you're working with. Now, for the newsletter, this is the fourth thing that we do in the nurturing phase. It's the weekly newsletter, and it's perfect for staying on top of mind. It starts right after the welcome sequence ends, so you can stay on top of mind of your leads, subscribers, and customers' minds. Now, you do this by including a small tag at the end of the welcome flow that says you can add a tag. Don't worry, it's all shown in the technical setup tutorial, but I'm just saying it now. Add a tag that says, let's say, finish welcome flow. And then when you're sending manual newsletters, you just send it to the list that has the tag finished welcome flow, because you don't want to send emails to those who are currently inside the flow. Now, a newsletter can also be your lead magnet from the start, as you can see here. Newsletter can be triggered once somebody finishes the welcome flow. However, somebody who, let's say, watched your YouTube videos can opt in from your newsletter right from the start. So in this case, if it's after the welcome flow, it kind of serves as a conversion mechanism. In this case, if it's right from Facebook or YouTube or whatever, they land on your email list via newsletter, then it serves as a lead magnet. If you want to use it as a lead magnet right from the start, it works especially well for top creators with a huge and warm and engaged audience, because those people are choosing to hear from you in their inbox. They're not getting your lead magnet because they want the lead magnet itself. They're opting in because they specifically want to receive emails from you. That's a big deal. They're choosing to hear from you in their inbox. So if you're already active on social and if you have already built tons of trust, then your newsletter will naturally perform better and get more signups. If you're not that strong on social media yet, you need a lead magnet that will be irresistible to get some traction. Please know that your newsletter and your campaigns that you send after the welcome flow sit somewhere in between the nurturing and conversion phase. They warm people and move them closer to buying. That's why I was thinking, should I put newsletters and email campaigns inside the third video or the second video? They're kind of somewhere in between. As I said, this is where they are. Now, look at this newsletter from Dina Town right here. The structure of the page, of the landing page, is similar to the structures that I've already been showing you for the lead magnets, because it's a benefit-driven headline, then a sub-headline, sign-up form, credibility, and on the right side, you have the thing that you're gonna get, right? Same thing applies for here. Become the smartest marketer in the room, stop guessing what works, learn marketing from case studies, stop chasing clients, start attracting them, get an effective top-of-the-funnel content strategy, how to make big money as a tiny LinkedIn creator, top ad strategies to scale your brand, etc. These are all marketing newsletters, like a newsletter about marketing, but you can apply this to any topic that you're working any industry that you're working in, because it's all benefit driven. It doesn't say sign up for my newsletter. It says build a $10,000 per month coaching business. That's the benefit, right? So that's the logic that applies. Even though Dina Town is a great LinkedIn creator, she's also a great LinkedIn creator, etc. Matt Barker is also an amazing creator. They would still be able to get people on their list even if they said just sign up for my newsletter. But when he says stop chasing clients, start attracting them, well, that's what more people want. So even colder traffic will convert and sign up for this page. So this is how you create the newsletter landing page, similar to the lead magnet landing page. It's actually the same thing. And yeah, it all depends on your personal brand and stuff, but most people are not gonna subscribe because it's from you. They're gonna subscribe if they see something valuable for them. Now, here I put screenshots of newsletters that you can watch yourself. I think it doesn't make sense for me to go into too much detail because it's kind of self-explanatory. For example, this is a newsletter. Why version B of this post converts better? And then she's explaining, or Stevan, but Stevan and Dina are both in the same newsletter, how they posted two things, A version and B version, and their reason they are thinking about why the post B works better. And then they, it's kind of storytelling, but it's relevant. And it's kind of from their personal experience. It's not how-to advice, it's how we think, building authority. And at the end, they're concluding with prices are going up. If you want to get December price for their program or whatever, reply to this email with December. So you got tons of value, personal, only they can say this because it's from their own test. And then they conclude with the call to action button. Really great. And it's all plain text, stupidly simple. Now this is from, I actually forgot her name. I think it's Caitlin something, I don't know. So imagine this. You're checking into your favorite hotel. You stay there 4 times, but this time is different. So she's really pushing in the pain points and desires of her leads and email subscribers, and then she provides value in that context, and then she explains the lucky loyalty effect. How does it work? How can you apply this for your business? Some pictures, etc. Then I don't know, I think these apps, this is something sponsored, I think. And the short of it, this is like, this is the summary of the newsletter. And then in the PS section, she also has 3 call to action buttons. Like, you're providing value, she's explaining something interesting to you, and she concludes with a PS for call to actions. This, learn marketing from case studies. I think this guy sends one newsletter per week where he basically breaks down the brand and how would he improve their marketing. And he basically just tells me more about the application or brand that he's breaking down. And then he explains everything, what he would do. Again, it's it's not how-to content. It's not top 3 tips to do this. It's how I would create, meaning it's interesting, it's a case study, it's practical, and it's for building authority, etc. This is how you do it. He didn't end up with a call to action, but you don't have to end up with a call to action always. Down Matt Barker, you can study this one, you can study his one as well. This is based like, I think this is, something about increasing open rates on email, based on 4 tests that he ran across multiple audiences, right? So this is what he has from his experience. It's not just, do this, the stuff you can find in ChatGPT. It's just telling stuff that only you can tell, right? That doesn't mean that you can never do how-to stuff. He does it, but if you do how-to, it really has to be super great, etc. Now let's see, ready to, like, when he explains everything, ready to implement this, then you can book a coaching call. So it's so much value, and then at the end you can always convert. As I said, you can open this course, this Figma presentation slides, and walk through every single newsletter that you see here and see how valuable it is and how better it is than just, okay, here's what's new, here's what we're working on, and then just some corporate generic fluff. That's no way to do it, right? This is how we do it. How we grew an apparel brand from 150K to 1.19 million per month, step-by-step guide. So it's basically a detailed breakdown. It's a case study, how we did it, what we did, what was the impact, the concrete results. This is how you do it. The final results. Do you want similar results for a brand? Book a call here. If not, you also get an AI research cheat sheet, a bonus resource, right? So this is a great example because it's super specific, actionable, builds credibility, hits a relatable pain point, tells a story only you can tell because you've actually done it, been there, done that, includes a call to action, and adds extra value with a cheat sheet or a resource. The whole point is to send insanely valuable stuff, and that's how you create a newsletter people actually look forward to opening. That's the best advice I can give you, right? So you need to post from your own experience and tell like stories and case studies and break down processes of how you would do stuff or how you already did something, and provide them value in showing them results and what worked, what didn't. Be brutally honest. And this is, for me, the best way to stand out. So next time, for example, I don't know, let's say next time, because you like this newsletter so much, then Stefan sends another email, you're going to want to open it, regardless of the subject line, right? Now, what about email campaigns? This is where the email campaigns are. So when they finish your welcome flow, then they enter your newsletter list and your email campaigns, right? So for the newsletter, you can send it once a week. For the campaigns, as I said, it's usually 2 to 3 times a week. So, or you can create a newsletter that's 2 times a week, and then send monthly campaigns when you're launching a new thing, where you're promoting a new product, where you are, I don't know, if it's Black Friday, etc. Then you can send discounts, product launches, announcements, events, Black Friday giveaways, special offers, etc. Now, as a general rule of thumb, flows and sequences bring in about 50% of your sales, and campaigns and newsletters bring in the other 50%. It's not set in stone, but it's a decent benchmark. It's not something I've deeply tested, just what I've seen across my clients' accounts. For something like a product launch, you can easily send 6 to 7 email campaigns, not newsletters, campaigns over the course of a week. You can send a teaser, hype, tell them something, official announcement, launch day, then after launch benefits plus storytelling why they should get it, reminder plus frequently asked questions, and then last chance to get the thing. This is what a high intensity promo window week looks like. That said, you don't have to obsess over separating newsletters and campaigns. You can keep it simple and just send 2 to 3 broadcast emails a week where you give value and pitch something, right? So you don't even have to have a newsletter. You can just have regular daily broadcast or weekly broadcast emails that you send when somebody finishes your welcome flow. Now, let me walk you through some of these examples of email campaigns or broadcast emails, whatever you want to call them, actually. So this is a soft sell email, and it's a good example. Let me just walk you through it. Like, this is from Bryce Gump. Look at the subject line. It's totally different for everyone. Sorry, it's not the subject line. It's the opening line. My bad. So this is the copy. He's putting a screenshot of Hormozi, and he's telling a story, and he's telling how he once paid $12,000 to join one of the sales closer programs. He was disappointed. We made it blah, 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 blah. They couldn't deliver. It's storytelling. It's relatable to what they already experienced, because a lot of people have been burnt out by expensive programs that simply don't work. Blah, 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 blah. Here's what he learned. That's his experience. And this is how, based on that experience, he packaged that in a course. Inside you will get this, blah, blah, blah. So this is how you do it, right? It's a great example because he shares a personal story, highlights a pain point that's super relatable for the ideal customer, builds authority by showing how he went through it, offers a better solution based on real experience, and ends up with a clear, strong call to action button, right? This is how you do a soft sell email campaign. Pretty solid stuff. And as a general rule of thumb, you should go for one email, one call to action, like the example above, because this and this is the same link. So it's one call to action. You can't do anything else. It makes it really easy for them. Like, you need to make it really easy for them to realize what they need to click, download, consume, buy, or where they can reply. Here's another great email. It's a personal take on a trend. And at the end, he announces something he's creating to build hype and curiosity. Like Sander Sharp, he's a digital product business owner. He was saying how he was scrolling through LinkedIn the other day. He came across a post, blah, 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 blah. Somebody has replied this. It's basically a story. You can feel free to read this email. And then he highlights a problem, and then he highlights how he's creating a solution for the problem, and he's creating hype because he's announcing that it will come at a certain point. So he basically created it, and now he's creating hype so that when he launches it, more and more people are ready because they're anticipating something. Anticipation is so powerful. Now you have content distribution emails. Every time you create a long form content piece, you distribute it via email as well. So simple yet so powerful. This is how to build trust and relationships. This is to ensure your YouTube video gets more views and that people feel closer to you, especially those on your email list who already took the next step at some point by subscribing at your list. This is from Matt Gray. He just shared his full system because he posted a new long-form YouTube video, and he just sends the full walkthrough of the video here. Click here to watch it, right? It's just a simple reminder. And if you watch it and then you receive a newsletter because you're on his list, you watch a 1-hour YouTube video from him, you immediately feel a huge, like a way deeper relationship with him. You feel way closer to him, etc. Now here's a similar example. Just with a private video training feels even more exclusive, especially because it leads them to a dedicated sales page. Like, look at this. Only people on the list will get this. It's called the enrollment machine. It's the private training, and you only get this because you're like on the list, etc. For me, it kind of feels too many links at this point. I don't like this, but okay. And especially because it leads you to a sales page. So Matt Gray took you to a YouTube video. They led you to this page where you could, like, the video was here before. Now they took it off because it was a special one-time offer. You felt special because you got a video and then you were watching it and you had an immediate chance to apply for the wait list right on the page, right? This is how you do it. It's really powerful stuff because you just use the email to make them watch something for 1 hour. This is more like, this is where you soft sell. This is where you announce you're gonna sell. This is where you give just like where you provide just pure value and building relationships. And of course, later on the email, they transitioned into more of a sales pitch to convert those who are ready immediately, because not all people need to watch this training video. Some people already trust them enough and they can skip the video and then they can, convert here. Just to me, it feels like too many links here, but that's just my take. And then this email sells straight away. But before we get into this email, let's look at this one as well. This is a really cool email campaign. I think it's also, from Dickie Bush. He's giving them a free resource. Then he's inviting them to a free masterclass. So this is what it looks like. Over the last year, I racked up 11 plus million views on LinkedIn, huge credibility. And I spent thousands learning how to prompt AI effectively. So I took the content ideas, hooks, and post styles to create 3 prompts. Blah, 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 blah. Here's an overview what you can expect inside. I put everything into Notion for you. Click here to get access. This is building so much goodwill and trust, and because he is offering them something, especially if he says it's only for you guys on the email list, it's huge, it's valuable, right? And then PS, this is a transition not to a sales pitch because he's inviting them to a free masterclass, and a free masterclass is a conversion mechanism. And I will talk about conversion mechanisms in the beginning of the next video, which is the 3rd video inside this course. How you should not always sell your product or your offer or your service. You should also promote via email marketing something that's something in between, because if you invite them from email to a masterclass, then on the masterclass, when they pay even more attention because they're live with you, then you can pitch your product. So it's something in between selling. It's something in between value on the email and selling your core offer on the back end. The conversion mechanism, like a masterclass right here, can be the perfect bridge. And once you click on the link here, this is the landing page that they take you on. I just wanted to show you here how this is a really brilliant landing page. Free live masterclass, start writing online in 2025. Benefit driven, how to generate first 30 content ideas and start building an engaged niche in less than 1 hour. Feels really compelling, less than 1 hour. Whether you want to use AI or not, right? Join us for a free live masterclass, blah, 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 save your spot. You really can't miss this button. Here's a sneak peek, what we'll cover, what you need to know. Here's credibility, who are we, why can we even talk about this? Another chance to opt in. Simple yet brilliant landing page. And here's the last email that I'm about to show you. And this is so simple yet so brilliant. It's from Matt Lakaev. And it's work with me. It's a super short email that works so well. Headline, subject line, work with me. The body copy. I'm looking to work with a small group of business owners who want to drive an additional 20 to 30K a month to their business through LinkedIn. And because it's the start of the year and the last campaign was so successful, we wanted to continue the offer of 6 months access for the cost of 2 months. Special deal. Benefit driven in the beginning. Now, that way you won't have to worry about lead generation in 2025. You will get rid of the pain point. And ultimately, about the income, you won't have to worry about the income you bring to your family. Super powerful pain point. Would you like to join us? Extremely easy to just say, yes, I want to join. Yes, count me in, whatever. This email doesn't feel like a promotional email that came from a brand that just sends newsletters, because it feels like a personal email from a colleague, right? And it's not a cold outreach email. You're already on the list, you're familiar, and you will get tons and tons of replies, hence sales conversations, if you use emails like this. As I said, it's a great example because it's super simple and it's so easy to reply. And it's usually a pattern interrupt, because most people are not used to getting emails this short from brands, like 2 to 3 lines or 4 lines. It's super easy. Look at the call to action. It's not a pitch. It's a simple invitation. Would you like to join us? That's how you do it. It's not buy here. It's would you like to join us? Feels warm, feels friendly. And based on our tests, it works really well, because we've sent these campaigns for our clients, and they already crushed. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you can get a lot of replies from these people, but if you don't have the conversation after that properly, 90% of repliers will not convert. Here's what you need to do. When they reply, you should reply back like within 5 to 10 minutes max, and ask them for their phone number. When they send it, call them immediately. If they don't pick up, leave them a voicemail if you do business in USA, and send them an email follow-up. If you do business in Europe, send them a WhatsApp message and also leave them an email follow-up that you called. If they don't respond to any of that, call, voicemail, WhatsApp, email follow-up, contact them again in 2 to 3 hours. If they don't respond to that too, contact them again in 2 to 3 hours again. If they don't respond to that, call them again tomorrow. If they don't respond to that, then I would leave them alone and keep track of everything inside your CRM. So this part is even more important than getting initial replies, because what are the replies worth to you if none of them convert? You really need to be engaged after you send this email. You need you or someone on your team waiting on the laptop in the email, directly working with these people, just talking. It's what brings money in. We run similar campaigns with our own clients through our implementation programs, and they've seen killer results. So if you want our help setting up and customizing the ultimate leads funnel for your business, simply click the link below this video. It's called the implementation program. Or if you just have a quick question, click on the community tab above this video and ask us anything. All right, this wraps it up for this nurturing phase for the second video. And in the next video, we're jumping straight into the conversion phase. So I'll see you right there.